You probably noticed I don't feel about that war the way we were told we were supposed to feel about that war, the way we were ordered and instructed.
With amazing powers of deception. Appearance and reality are always different from each other in all that pertains to civilization.
I can only show you the door.
Don't think you are. Know you are.
I got this real moron thing I do. It's called thinking.
Cevabı seyredebiliriz. این آخرین فرصته.
دفتراتون رو باز کنه بنویسین. 2 به علاوه 2 مساوی 5.
I don't believe anything the government tells me.
Nothing by the master. He says, look, we worship spirits. We worship Lucifer and all his angels. They're just as beautiful as they did before they were cast out of heaven. He says there was a misunderstanding in the whole thing. He said among the inhabitants of the galaxies. And he says our master was misunderstood. And God did not bear with him like he does with people that make mistakes today. So we're in a warfare, good against evil. And we happen to be the evil ones, but we're not that bad. He says, I look at this business between the forces of good and evil. He says, you believe in one person believes in God, and everyone believes in Lucifer. It's like politics. Knows that it is lawfully and rightfully Satan's. And at that time, he says,
And I don't take very seriously the media or the press in this country.
10, that is their God. That is 10. That is the hermaphrodite. But if you stop at 9 and you skip to 11, skipping God, then you are a Luciferian. Because 11 is the number of the magician. It's the one step above. Once you have accomplished the tree of life, you are now the magician. You are one above 10. But they're doing it by skipping God. That's the symbolism of 9/11.
It is a big idea. A new world order.
George Walker Bush. I, George Walker Bush.
That's the way the ruling class operates in any society. They try to divide the rest of the people. They keep the lower and the middle classes fighting with each other so that they, the rich, can run off with all the fucking money. Fairly simple thing, happens to work. You know, anything different, that's what they're going to talk about. Race, religion, ethnic and national background, jobs, income, education, social status, sexuality, anything you can do, keep us fighting with each other so that they can keep going to the bank. You know how I describe the economic and social classes in this country? The upper class keeps all of the money, pays none of the taxes. The middle class pays all of the taxes, does all of the work. The poor are there just to scare the shit out of the middle class. Keep them showing up at those jobs.
It is the first civilization in history which has been able to acquire that power to dominate the whole world in such a way that the entire rest of the world combined cannot threaten its power. That never happened before in history. Where did they get that power from? They got it from an amazing scientific and technological revolution, which is still unfolding. Many more amazing things to come that will dazzle you. And the emergence of this modern scientific and technological revolution cannot be explained from the analysis of historical phenomena. No, it is an absolutely unique event in human history. Modern Western civilization uses that unprecedented power to oppress. It is one of the greatest oppressors that history has ever seen. This is called in international relations called jingoism. That we have a mission to civilize mankind. When they colonize a part of the world, they do not leave, they do not decolonize until and unless they have put in place institutions which will ensure that that society will continue to be ruled by them, by property.
If you're a believer, you can never justify war. You can never justify war. You can never justify colonialism or neo-colonialism or imperialism. You can't justify that. And I'm going to tell you, Latin America and the School of the Americas and the United States role is only a small slice of the pie. For what they do in Latin America is being done in Africa, and what is being done in Africa is being done in the Middle East, and what is being done in the Middle East is being done in Asia. So we're standing up for the dignity of the world and for the freedom of the world, and people of conscience need to stand up and speak with more power and speak with, be more fervent and be vibrant in what you have to say and witness it in season and
the Quran, however, the created universe, the body, and the life here and now consist of innumerable signs of what is spiritual, otherworldly, and metaphysical. This means that by emphasizing the whole realm of divine signs and accumulating a great amount of knowledge about them, Western thought itself has opened the way for the revitalization of faith.
Ya Allah, send your peace and blessings on the final prophet and his family and companions and those who follow him.
What actually we mean by Khilafah? Khilafah is the opposite or the antonym of sovereignty, because sovereignty of this universe belongs to Allah only. Whosoever claims sovereignty is claiming to be equal to Allah, to be partner. There is no express command, no express order. You can use your best judgment. You can make ijtihad.
There is no way that the United States and Israel are going to tolerate any resistance in the Arab world. You want to pretend it can be avoided, you can play that game. But serious people, clear-headed people knew there was going to be a war sooner or later. You think there's not going to be another war? You think Israel is going to allow that defeat in July 2006? No, there will be another war, and the destruction will probably be 10 times worse, because Israel is determined with the United States to put the Arabs in their place and to keep them in their place. Now, how can I not respect those who say no to that? Israel has to suffer a defeat.
Because they're not. It's not a religious conflict. That's a Zionist ploy.
a day which is like a week, he comes back home to the Holy Land. He comes back home to the Holy Land.
This is the civilization which has an obsession with the Holy Land.
A Muslim means one who submits to the will of God. Abraham was a Muslim, David was a Muslim, Solomon was a Muslim, Jesus was a Muslim, Muhammad was a Muslim. Anyone who submits to the will of God is a Muslim. Moses was Islam and Moses was a Muslim. The religion of Jesus was Islam and Jesus was a Muslim.
He was not killed, he was not crucified, was made to appear. So all those who differs are full of doubts. With only conjecture to follow. So what difference does it make? Even if you come to know what happened, what difference does it make in a faith? So when Allah does not want to reveal, Allah says he was not killed, he was not crucified, that's sufficient for us. If you want to prove to a Christian how he was not crucified, why he was not crucified, and how to prove from the Bible, you can refer to my video cassette, Was Christ really crucified? It's a debate. But regarding what happened, for us Muslims it's sufficient. Allah says he was not killed, he was not crucified, it's sufficient. What happened to him after that is mentioned. As Allah says in the Quran in the next verse, in Surah Nisa, chapter number 4, verse number 158, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raised him up alive. So we know that he was raised him up alive. That Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, was raised up alive. And we believe he is going to come again in the second coming, which is also mentioned in the Gospel of God.
Will descend from the heavens with his hands resting on the wings of two angels. At that time when he comes down, it would be as he came the first time. The first time that he came in front of his cousin, John the Baptist, alayhi salam. And the divine wisdom ordained that John would say, here he is. This is the man you've been waiting for. This is the Messiah. And so a method of positive identification. And so history repeats itself when he comes back. When he comes back, he will come back before another similarly divinely appointed individual who would be a worldly leader, while the son of Mary will be
Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, they all have this common belief that there is continuous conflict between truth and falsehood. Final triumph of truth over falsehood would herald the end of history.